Sam from social.plus, and today I'll be walking you through our AI-powered social insights model. We've organized this into three main areas: analyze, research, and search insights. Let me show you how each one works. Starting with analyze, this is where you'll dive into topic analysis, sentiment analysis, and content insights. We've pre-built charts and visualizations that give you actionable data right away. At the top right, you'll see a date range selector. You can adjust that to whatever time frame you need, as well as select specific communities and topics that lets you jump right into what's important for you and your community. With topic analysis, you'll see how frequently your priority keywords or products are being discussed in your community. The widget on the right shows you trends over time for each keyword. So if you're running initiatives to increase engagement around specific products, you can track whether your strategies are actually moving the needle. Now for sentiment analysis, we're looking at those exact same keywords and products, but now we're measuring how people feel about them. So looking at this quickly, I can see that stocks in general have mostly positive sentiment, with a smaller portion with negative sentiment. For ETFs, the sentiment is almost entirely positive. And the chart on the left shows your overall community sentiment, so basically how your entire user base is feeling. So you can see the breakdown of positive, neutral, and negative sentiment along with an average sentiment score. Overall, seeing all this data is valuable, but the bigger question is, what's driving these sentiments? That's exactly what Content Insights addresses. Those same keywords get analyzed and broken down into negative summaries, positive summaries, and actionable recommendations. In the negative summary for stocks, for example, you might discover that users are frustrated with accidentally selling their entire stock portfolios or experiencing significant loss due to a risky trade involving stocks. These are real, actionable insights. But of course, you would want to verify this information. That's why we built in the View Post feature. Once you click that, you'll see the actual posts and comments that generated these insights. You can validate everything and trace back to the actual source of these analyzed sentiments. The same verification also applies to positive and neutral summaries as well. And lastly, the recommendation section gives you strategic guidance on how to engage with your community around these topics, whether you're addressing concerns or amplifying what's working well. So in this instance, for stocks, you're recommended to provide more educational resources and tools to help users avoid costly mistakes when trading stocks. Now let's move into research. This is where you really unlock the full potential of AI. This interface should look familiar. It's a conversational interface where you can ask AI anything about your community, your users, or your platform. So let me try an example here. What factors are contributing to user adoption and retention? The AI structures its response in sections. So first, it clarifies what it understands your questions to be. Then it outlines its methodology, which is actually helpful because you can ask it to adjust its approach if you want different angles. Then you get the findings. It might identify things like user-friendly interfaces, automated investing tools. From all of this, every finding is backed up by references from your actual community data. Instead of analyzing all of the collective first-party data, the AI has already processed it automatically. When you click on references, the sidebar shows you the specific posts and comments supporting each finding. It then concludes with a summary, recommendation, and suggestion for how to apply these insights. Finally, let's talk about search insights. Search insights gives you the visibility into what your community is actually looking for. It tells you what users are searching for in your community, how their interests are shifting over time, and where you have content gaps. At the top, you'll see three key metrics: total searches, trending searches, and content gaps. You can adjust the date range here to focus on whatever time period matters to you. The top searches widget shows you the most frequent search terms during your selected period. This tells you what topics your users care about most and what they're actively trying to find. Trending searches is where it gets really interesting. These are search terms that are rising in popularity compared to previous period. This helps you spot emerging interests and topics that are gaining traction in your community before they become obvious everywhere else. And lastly, content gaps. This is incredibly valuable for community teams. Each gap represents a search where users get little to no relevant content return. So simply put, one of your users might be looking for something, but there's no content served for it. You can evaluate this through the gap index, where the higher the gap index, the more it indicates a higher volume in search in proportion to little content returned. This helps you understand what kind of content needs to be created. Together, these insights help you stay ahead of users' needs, create content that actually addresses what people are searching for, and make sure you're not missing opportunities to engage with your community. That's our social insights model. I think this really transforms how you can understand and engage with your community, turning what used to be hours of manual analysis into actionable insights you can use immediately. If you'd like to learn more, visit us on our website or reach out to anyone on our team. Thanks for watching.